Yeah, okay, we've got audio now. Alright, chat. The mic gain is Chat, can you hear us? Guess we just talk a bit closer. Oh, okay. Let me turn off the noise. I turned off the noise gate. I think we're good. Okay, yeah, there we go. Alright, chat, if you can hear us, let us know. Otherwise, yeah, welcome to Thunderclap 5, the last Pokkén tournament event for the year in sunny Singapore. Yeah, we're starting off with some new faces for once.
Yes, and what better way to start the tournament than a Gardevoir mirror? We definitely haven't seen enough of this character for the past few years. But these are two new players, so you're gonna see a lot of interesting playstyles, a lot of differences than your usual Enigma, Gardevoir, or Koopa. So far, both players are really trying to scrap it out with each other here. YJ gets the grab at the end there, and he takes the lead for the initial lead. Of course, both players are. We have some interesting guests here today for our first match of today. This is going to be YJ, he's from China, and we have Chien hailing all the way from Taiwan. So it's definitely going to be a very fun. It's definitely going to be a fun match that we have here.
Yeah, shoutouts to Heavy Bubbles for dragging Chien into this.
Yes, shoutouts to Heavy Bubbles for dragging Chien halfway across the ocean, the Pacific. Excuse me. So far, it's all field affair here from both players here. Chien's definitely taking the lead here. It's just throwing out a lot of forward while YJ hasn't really quite found the answer to it. Starting to throw Moonblast of his own, gets the burst attack, the burst mode Moonblast, excuse me. And both players declaring burst. The high future sight here catching Chien out of the air. Of course. Very Tempest, versatile present, a very huge danger in this matchup for both players. Side shot is fired here. YJ lands the first side shot here, and Espeon gets caught. He's trying to go for a chip kill here. Oh, interesting. The magical leaf gets the magical leaf projectile gets destroyed by the jump A laser. And what a fortuitous timing on the jump A is gonna Chien's gonna clutch it out here and bring us to a round 3 here.
Yeah, it's actually pretty close, surprisingly. We're seeing some pretty cool guard back to play and going to round 3. Chien gets first blood. Now we're doing a little bit of full screen zoning.
Yeah, both players are gonna have to really keep track of the future sight, where each player is setting their own future sights. And so far, the name of the game here today for both players has just been the Moonblast War. YJ and Chien, of course, have been making excellent use of the Moonblast here. So far, the dual phase has been looking much better for YJ, but don't count Chien out here. His field phase is pretty good. Lands the forward Y, lands the phase shift with the side shot.
The Moonblast being the one projectile that's going to be able to threaten the entire screen space in a few frames. Now they're dropping for space. Chien in burst with the health disadvantage. That's a little bit of health back with Espeon, but that's not going to matter. That's going to be the first game going over to YJ. Nicely played.
It's a very simple and clean affair from both players. We're gonna have to see how things progress along as we head into towards game 2 here. I believe we did not move to the character select screen, so that does indicate to me that both players are going to be sticking with the same supports. Just waiting here on the support select screen. And once again, YJ takes the early lead here. That's been mostly the name of the game here. Every time we enter dual phase, so we've entered dual phase so far, YJ has been able to just take a dominant lead, and Chien has not really found an answer for the Moonblast. Wins the Magical Leap Wars, however, and he's gonna get quite a sizable advantage from there.
Yeah, looking good on meter. Finds a phase shift as well, gonna be a pretty big meter advantage here. Chien spending Espeon early on, get a little bit of health back.
And interestingly, for those of you who didn't know, Espeon does start, the health recovery from Espeon does start to ramp up the longer the round goes. So for now, Espeon's not going to recover too much. Not that it matters, Espeon can't really heal death.
Yeah, Chien unfortunately mistiming a couple of counter pokes on the projectiles with the Magical Leaf. I like the idea the first time around, Energy Ball coming out to threaten. But he did get actually knocked down, so the energy ball does disappear. Just one of the disadvantages of some of the projectiles that God puts out. As soon as she gets hit or knocked down, then the projectiles are going to be vanishing. But YG gets the first shift. Another early Espeon. And now we're going to be slowly poking back and forth again. I think this is where both players are pretty comfortable to play at, right? Full screen, neither of them really feel pressure to like move in. Both of them can trap in at long range, so long range is where they'll be staying. Chien popping burst. YJ bursting in response. And we're right back to the projectile war. Alright, Chien moving in with the Demon Slayer. It's the wall spat, but unfortunately nothing else off of it.
Didn't get a convert there.
Oh!
Head, but Fairy Temples will connect here.
Yeah, that was actually an interesting use of Espeon there. It almost felt like, you know, it almost felt, yeah, it almost felt like a Guilty Gear thing where, you know, you just empty Roman cancel just to have a pause button and see what happens, and you can see YJ jumping so throughout the burst attack.
Running face first into the Moonblast will not help you right there though. And Chien is in his back against the ropes here. Oh, and unfortunately commits too early into the Moonblast and eats a Magical Leaf once again for his troubles. And that means that YJ is going to take the first match of the day. Congratulations!
Yep, that's a clean 2-0. You like to see it. Okay. Looks like we're gonna be moving on to our second game now. Who's up next?
I'll dip first. I'll play first.
Okay. All right, folks. Yeah, be careful with the wire. Yeah.
I'm back in black.
Okay, gotta speak closer to the mic for this one.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. So next up we have Dew versus Heavy Bubbles. TO battle, yeah. So take your bets. Are we gonna see a Machamp? It's probably gonna be a Machamp.
What do you think Dew's gonna play? Pikachu?
Maybe.
I have no doubt.
Not with that attitude, you're not.